I am sharing to you now the PowerPoint for the second chapter. Officially, you are finished already with the first chapter. The first chapter, just to summarize, explains all the theories regarding object-oriented programming. The concepts about object-oriented programming, we are able to discuss and finish it from last week till yesterday, and we have also tried our first program in NetBeans IDE. There are many big topics inside chapter 2, so it's split into 4 different parts. This first part, or part A, will include Java tokens, Java operators, variables, and data types. These are the same, almost the same as your C++. So you can see later that all those symbols you have used for your C++ operation, like addition, subtraction, plus, plus, minus, minus, are exactly the same operators we are going to apply here in Java. Also, the other symbols, like a while ago, I have explained to you about the begin and end. It's the same symbol we use, curly braces. You also have the comment symbols. The comment symbols, which are the slash, asterisk, and then end it with asterisk slash or 2 slash. So all those symbols are the same symbols we are going to use. The same rules in writing variables are also applied here in Java. And the data types, which a while ago I have also introduced, like int, double, string, char, are also the same in Java. So no much adjustment at all. Now, to have our chapter 2, let's just start with our Java tokens. So these are the things which we are going to discuss for today. I will see if I'll be able to explain up to variables and data type, but at least we will have to finish discussing Java tokens and Java operators. Other topics included in this chapter are the following, and it is split into different parts. So for this first part, let's have up to variables. So let's start. What are Java tokens? These are the smallest elements of Java. It can be white spaces, it can be literals, it can be comments, it can be symbols, operators, keywords, and so on. The Java tokens are listed here, and we are going to explain them also one by one. So again, we have white spaces. What are the tokens in Java? These are the elements of a Java program. So if you still remember the program which we have written a while ago, you already have their white spaces. You have their identifiers. You have their literals. Comments were there also. I have just deleted them. Separators are there. Keywords are there. Operators are there. Now, just for you to have a background or preview on what these Java tokens are, let me show you the program which you have written. This is the first program which you have written, correct? If this is the program which you have written, where here is your white spaces. White spaces are just spaces. This is a white space. This is a white space. This is a space in between these two words. This is a tab. So I can be able to put white spaces using tab, using space bar, using enter key, and so on. So these are just denoted with nothing. So these are just white spaces. And what are the other Java tokens? Other Java tokens are identifiers and literals. Where are our identifiers? Identifiers are those names which we have given, like this one. This is an identifier. We also have the literals. Literals are the values. This is a string literal. This is an integer literal. This is a floating point literal, and so on. This is a keyword. This is a symbol. You can have comments like this one. So you have here comments and so on. So this single program itself, it's very simple, but it will have already all the Java tokens available. You have their white spaces. You have identifiers. There's also literals, comments, separators, keywords, and operators. So where are the operators here in this program? So far, no much operator, but this is considered as operator, this dot operator. This is a dot operator. Okay, so we have all the Java tokens already in our first program. Let's explain them one by one. White spaces are just spaces created using spacebar, tab, or enter key. This is being ignored during the Java compilation, so no worries about that. How about identifiers? Identifiers are any user-defined names. This can be method name, this can be variable names, this can be class names. So let's go back to our sample program. Where is our sample program? Where are our identifiers here? This is an identifier because this is a user-defined name. This is also an identifier. This is a class name. Class name, variable name, package name. This is also an identifier. So that's one of the Java tokens. So what's that? That's identifier. An identifier can have sequence of uppercase, lowercase number. It's a combination of any name. In fact, we are interchangeably using identifiers as variable name. So when we say identifier, the most commonly type of identifier are variable names. So isn't it that variable names, we are the one giving names to them. So it's case sensitive. So the variable name or identifier value is different with the name value with all capital letter, and this is small letter. Identifiers will be discussed again later when we are already with creating variables. So let's move on. So we have white spaces and identifiers. Let's move on. What about literals? Literals are the real value or the constant. Again, literals are the value. So where is the literal here? The literals here are this one. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Java, true, and J, character J. Okay, again, literals are the real values. So it can be a string literal, numeric literal. Numeric literal can be byte, can be short, can be int, can be long, can be float, can be double. So these are the numeric literal. So these are values which are numbers. You have also the Boolean literal. A Boolean literal value can take two values only. That's true or false. And then you have also the string literals. So the string literals, as we have already tried or applied in our first program, it's always enclosed with double quotes. Your character literal or character value will be enclosed with single quote. Let's go back to our program. Where are our literals here? It's the real value. This is a string literal. Got it? This is another string literal. This is also a literal value. It's an integer literal value. This is also a value, a literal. Literally, this is a value. What value is this? This is a double or floating point value. And the last example is a character literal. How do I know it's a character literal value? I haven't closed it with single quote. What's the difference between string literal value and character literal value? Single quote, double quotes. Double quotes, single quote. Integer, no decimal point. Floating point value or double will have decimal point. So how do you call these things? These are called literals. These are the real values. So let's move on with another Java token, comments. So comments will be ignored also during the execution of your program. So on the compilation itself, it's going to be ignored. It's just description. If the developer would like to write a description on what the program is doing, who have written the program, when was it written, you can write a comment to that. Like what we have done in our program. What we have done in our program. This I am describing that this line displays a string. This line displays a number with decimal point. So we can use this one to describe our program. There are different types. It can be single line comment, multi-line comment, or documentation type of comment. This is not only 2 lines, this will be more lines. So we have seen a while ago what symbol do we use for single comment? Double slash. What symbol do we use for multiple line comment? Slash, asterisk, asterisk, slash. So that's comments. Okay. How about separators? In Java, there are many separators available. These are few characters like comma, semicolon, parentheses, and so on. So we have parentheses. Where did we use that? We have used that in that string argument. Braces, this begin and end. We have used that to begin and end a class and to begin and end a the main body, the main function. We have also this symbol in our string argument. We had semicolon, we had comma, and we had point or period. So these are our Java separators. So there are few characters which is being used as Java operators or separators, sorry. So where did we apply that? Where did we use that? We have used that here. You see this? Semicolon. We have this separator, begin and end. We have square bracket. We have this separator. This is for the print method. We have also the period. We didn't use comma yet. Be able to use comma if you have other argument rather than this one. All right. So we have the Java token separators. Let's move on. So we have keywords also. There are 52 defined keywords in Java. This you cannot use in any other form. They are only used to whatever they are intended for. So if class, this keyword class is used to create a class or declare a class, don't use it as a variable name. Like this while. Okay, do while. You cannot use it in any other way, but only in looping statements. Let's say in if statement. You cannot use it in any other way, but only as where it is intended for. It is intended for if statement. And many other keywords which are reserved for a particular purpose. You cannot use them as variable name, method name, or class name, or in any other ways in our Java program. They are only used to, or they are only reserved for their particular intention. They are intended to be data type like this one. Car, you have long, short, int, void. If they are only intended as data type, then use them only as data type. So what are these? These are your Java tokens. There are 52, Java tokens keyword. There are 52 keywords available in Java and they are listed here. You don't need to memorize all of this. You know how you will know if it's a Java keyword? Look at this program. You will know it's a Java keyword if the color is similar to the color of this. Public, class, static, void. Look at that. What's the color? Bright blue color. Okay, I want to check. Is this a keyword? Is system a keyword? Kazina. Kazina? Do you think system is a keyword?
Yes.
No, it's not. I said no. How do you know if a word is a keyword? If it's bright blue color, similar to the color of this package. It's bright blue color. This is public, bright blue color. But system is not bright blue color. It's having a different color. So it's not a keyword. Okay? Let's say I would like to try other keywords. I'd like to try the keyword final, or I'd like to try bike. Okay, this one, I will put bike. I will use bike. While typing bike, I should see bright blue color. What's the color now? Can you see that? It's already showing us bright blue color. For example, I will give it as my HC. Is age keyword? No, it's not. It's black. It's actually a variable name. Okay, it's an identifier. But this is a keyword. Why? Because it's showing bright blue color. Let me change that. I will put Boolean. Okay, see? I have Boolean as a keyword also. Let me check. Is this really a keyword? Let me see if Boolean is there. Boolean, where is Boolean? Here, see? Boolean is a keyword. Okay, so you don't need to memorize all these 52 keywords. For you to check if it's keyword or not, you go to your NetBeans IDE, type the word. If the word becomes bright blue color, then it's a Java keyword. All right? And it's also written in all small letter. Do you see that? Is there any capital letter there? No. These keywords are all written in small letters. Okay, so that's Java token keywords. Let's move on. What about operator? Operators can perform 1, 2, or 3 operands. It can be a combination of operator and operands. Like this one, x plus 4. The operation here is to have addition. So there are many available symbols used as operators in Java. As I've said, they are just the same as your C++. If you have already studied C++ or maybe you have studied Python in your programming one, the symbols used to denote operation, whether it's addition, comparison, or calculation, they are called as operators. Okay, there are different categories of operators. Operators can be unary, it can be arithmetic operators. Operators can be relational or conditional. These are our logical operators. We have also assignment operators and many other operators available in Java. Let's see them one by one. For our unary operator, you have the minus and the plus. This is like using positive or negative. You are using this in your mathematics, maybe in your basic math or maybe in your mathematics class during your school days. So you put minus, it means it's negative. You can call it as negative 4.5. So like this one, you can also have negative x. So you call it unary because you are writing it before the operand. So minus 4.5 or negative 4.5. Or you can see here negative x or minus x, which is assigned to y. Negative 4.5, negative x. So these are unary operator minus. The other one is the positive operator or unary operator. Even if you don't put the plus symbol, it means it's positive. Everything that doesn't have symbol will be considered as positive symbol. Like this one, this becomes positive x. Okay, so this is no symbol, but it will have an imaginary plus here. So these are our two unary operator, plus and minus. So let's have our other unary operator also, plus plus and minus minus. This should have minus. In fact, this should have also plus here, minus here, and this should have plus here. Like even if I don't put plus here, it's automatic that it's positive. Whether you write this or you remove this, it means it's positive. So negative 4.5f, negative x. Positive 4.5, positive x. What about the next one? The next one is increment operator. Plus plus or our decrement operator. We have the minus minus. Decrement is to remove or minus 1 on the current value. Increment is to add 1 to the current value. So we have plus plus x and minus minus x. We will try these different operations later on in our practical so that you can see the effect. What's the difference between plus plus x and x plus plus also. Okay, because you can have it unary or it can be here. It can be prefix or postfix. It can be there or it can come here. What will be the difference? All right. So that's plus plus and minus minus, and then you have minus and plus. So this is not for addition. It's just plus plus and minus minus. Plus minus, plus plus, minus minus. So these are called as our unary operators. Okay, there's also a unary operator, which is the not operator, because it's just before the name. If you say not x, which means if x is false initially, if it's not false, then it is equal to true. So that unary operator or logical operator not is also a unary operator. It's called as logical complement operator. So it will take the reverse of a logical value, okay, like this one. The Boolean value of x is false. If you take the reverse of false and assign it to y, then what's the value of y? Therefore, while is equal to true. So there are 5 unary operators given here. Minus operator, plus operator, plus plus operator, minus minus operator, and not operator. How do you call these operators? These are called as the unary operators. So let's move on. Can I have Rakia? Assalamualaikum, Rakia.
Hi, Miss.
Hi, Rakia. Rakia, can you explain the current slide I'm showing? These are arithmetic operators. So plus is used for adding. Adding, okay? Minus is used for, Rakia? Minus, this symbol is used for subtraction. This asterisk or star is used for multiplication. And slash is used for division. And then
Division.
Okay, percent operator is used for modulus or remainder operation. So it's the same operators, correct, in C++? Have you studied this, Rakia, in C++?
Yes.
Yes, so I will not explain this much anymore. Thank you, Rakia. So these are also the same arithmetic operators you have applied in your C++. So no further explanation on that. We are going to apply these arithmetic operators later on in our Java program. Okay, and then we also have the relational operator. This will determine the relationship between different operands. Not equal, we have equal, not equal, more than, less than, more than or equal, less than or equal. Shams, Shams al-Duha. Shams al-Duha? Shams. Assalamualaikum, Shams.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Shanks, hello. Did you use this before in your programming one? Where did you apply these operators before? In your programming one, did you use these operators? Greater than, less than. Did you use this operator before? Shams?
No, teacher.
No, are you sure? Okay, who would like to help Miss Shams? Did you use these operators already before?
Yes, teacher, yes.
Yes, Khadija. Khadija, where are we applying or using these operators? These relational operators are used for which statement? In?
In
It starts with letter
if
I.
else.
If-else statement, very good. So we are using this in conditional statements. If or in our control statements, loops. Okay, we are also using this. We'll apply more of these relational operators in our programming, especially when we are already in those topics. If statements, looping statement, all the control structures. And we have the logical operators. And, or, and this question mark colon operator. Oh, I have forgotten how do you call this. I'm sorry. I have my forgetful mind this time. So we have the and operator, which has to be true for both, for it to become true as its final value. And then or it can take any of the option. Okay, it can be true here or true here, and it becomes true. And this is similar to if statement. This question mark colon operator is just similar to if statement. Like this one. Let me explain this. It's if 8 is less than 4, then value is 2. If not, then value is 4. It's like if 8 is less than 4, then 2. Else 4. Okay, so it's similar to the logic of if-else statement. So these are our logical operator. We will try more of this in our practical sessions. Maybe on Thursday, we will come up to operators, to these tokens. And there are combined or assignment operators also, other operators, assignment operators such as equal sign. We have plus equal, minus equal, multiply equal, slash equal. This is together with arithmetic operator. Assignment operator equal and together with the arithmetic operator. Have you tried using this in your C++ or programming one? Fatma Hilal. Fatma Hilal, do you remember these symbols or these operators?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Fatma Hilal, where did you use this in your programming one?
I think in C++.
Yeah, in C++, you use this in your loops, okay? In loops, you can use this for the number series, okay? We'll apply more of these operators next time. So those are our very basic Java tokens. What did we finish in our Java tokens? We have completed all the Java tokens, white spaces. These are just being ignored, similar to comments. So white spaces and comments are being ignored in the program. So it's just part of the it's just one of the elements in Java program. We have identifiers. Common type of identifiers are variable names. These are the names which we are giving as the programmer. Literals. Literals are the real values. It's the real values. The values. Literals are the values. And then you have the separators. You have the keywords, the 52 keywords. And the last topic we had was the operators. So those are the Java tokens we have already explained up to operators. So up to other operators. So we have here one sample program of Java operator. I'm going to copy and just try this and see the output later on. Okay, so we'll have this as our first topic in our practical session on Thursday. So class, really, you already have to have your JDK and your NetBeans until Thursday. You'll have to do something to have already your software. Otherwise, you cannot cope up with our discussions. Okay, so we have already finished discussing Java tokens. So for chapter 2, there are more to explain. We will have variables and data types also on Thursday. Any question, class? Any question on this topic?
No, teacher.
No, thank you. So I will stop recording now and then I'm going to give you a few more instructions. So I have already finished up to only Java tokens and operators we have for this chapter. Okay, class, I want you to take a topic. You look at this topic. You know, control variables, control structures. Control structures are if. You have different types of if, right? You have if else. You have if else if, and so on. All types of if. You have and you have loops here. There are 3 loops similar to C++. So there are big topics in this chapter. So the first big topic is this one. First big topic is if, switch, and loop. Variables and data type, I will take care. And then you also have the concepts of array. So from here to here, this is for arrays. Okay, now class, I'd like you to have or to choose any topic from this. Either you choose if or switch or choose loop or this one. So which 4 topics I want you to choose? Why don't you choose if or switch or loop or array? And you will be the one to explain next meeting. You will have presentation next meeting. If you want to use my PowerPoint, I'll give you my PowerPoint, or you can have your own PowerPoint. You can have from many sources on the internet. Okay? So let's talk some more about this. I will close now the recording. I will stop the recording so that it won't be very long. Let's talk without recording it. So thank you. We have already completed Java tokens. We'll start with Java data types and variables next meeting. So let me stop recording for now.